We started our day before dawn at Ross Castle, taking in the sunrise over the still waters of Loch Lean, with its centuries-old stone tower overlooking the lake. It's easy to see why this is one of Ireland's most iconic landmarks. Peaceful and rich with history, it was the perfect start to our day exploring County Cork.
This is Ross Castle. It is right outside of Killarney and right inside of the Killarney National Park. It is a tower house. It was actually built in the late 1400s by the O'Donoghue Moore clan. They were a very powerful clan that ruled over all of this land in the surrounding area. So I know it's called the tower house, but it was actually where they lived, and it stood as a symbol of their power. It's an absolutely stunning castle, very dramatic. It stood until about the late 1700s, and then it went into ruins. But later on, I don't know if it was the late 1800s or 1900s, they started to preserve it. So we're really lucky that they did, so we can see it as it is today. Also, we got here, it is about 7:30 in the morning, I would say, and Kimball and I got here really early, about 5:30, to catch the sunrise coming up. There's a little lake behind us, coming up over the lake to take pictures and video of the sunrise, which you guys will see. But again, we're here. There's not one other person here. So like we always say, explorers, get up early. It pays off in big time for those amazing pictures, the dramatic photos. It's just, yeah, an amazing thing when you do that. Okay, one person.
Our day in County Cork took us from the lively waterfront of Cobh to the ancient walls of Blarney Castle and the deep heritage of Midleton Distillery. Between each stop, the road itself became part of the story, passing through atmospheric ruins and quiet viewpoints that made the journey just as compelling as the places we set out to see. It was a day shaped by history, scenery, and unexpected moments of beauty.
Behind me is Muckross House. It is about 2 miles outside of Killarney. We decided to make a quick stop by here. It is not open yet because we're here right after we went to Ross Castle, so it's still really early in the morning. This house was built in the 1800s. Basically, it was just built by some really rich people, and Queen Victoria stayed there once, and that made it famous. But it is beautiful, and the grounds are beautiful, so it's a lovely place to come in the morning for a nice walk. So we have found this little abbey off the beaten path on our way between Killarney and Cobh. We have found the Abbey of St. Gobnait. She's also known as St. Abbey or St. Abigail. I was really fascinated with her story. The story is that in the 6th century, she had an angelic vision to found a religious order or monastery. And in her vision, the angel told her to build her religious area, her convent or abbey, wherever she found 9 white deer. So she went all across the countryside until she found a spot that had 9 white deer, and that spot was right here. She is the patron saint of bees, beekeeping, and healing, of all the things. But the reason why she is a patron saint of bees, because legend has it that to fend off cattle thieves, as well as other types of thieves or robbers that might try to take things from the convent or harm the convent, she would send swarms of bees after them. Also, bees, of course, make honey, and honey is known back then as something that could maybe help heal the sick. And so that's why it's also healing. So bees, beekeeping, and healing. So this is St. Gobnait or St. Abigail. So right behind me is the Titanic Museum here in Cobh, Ireland. It is a very small museum, but it's actually very meaningful because it was actually where people left from to go on the Titanic. So on April 11th, 1912, there were about 140 or so passengers from here, from Cobh. At the time, it wasn't called Cobh, though. It was actually called Queenstown at the time. So most of the passengers from Cobh were third-class passengers. It was the last stop here before it sank. It was on its way to New York City. So this picked up the last passengers, and then unfortunately it sank. Most of the passengers, I think except for like 40 of them from here, perished on the Titanic, which is really very, very sad. So it's really, really meaningful to come to a place like this that actually is where the history happened. We love stuff like this. So right here is the pier that actually the passengers loaded into boats that took them out. The Titanic was too large to dock here in the bay, so it took the passengers out past that island you see in the middle, which is Spike Island, and they actually boarded on the Titanic on the other side from the boats that left from this pier. This pier is the exact pier. They've kept it like this because these are the original wood and pieces from the pier, because it's really historically significant. Here you can see behind us, it was actually the office. It's a museum, but it was also the actual ticket office where they purchased the tickets. Then they came out back here before they boarded onto the boats to go out to the Titanic.
St. Coleman's Cathedral began construction in 1868, and it took 51 years to complete. Famous as the final landmark seen by millions of Irish immigrants, it dominates the town of Cobh and is celebrated for its towering spire and intricate French neo-Gothic design. In April 1912, the cathedral was nearly complete when the RMS Titanic anchored right out in the harbor below. The town, then called Queenstown, was the ship's final stop. Crew and passengers looked up at the towering church spire as they boarded, the very last landmark they would ever see before the ship struck an iceberg. In May 1915, a German U-boat torpedoed the luxury liner RMS Lusitania just off the coast of Cork. More than 1,100 people perished. The cathedral's bells tolled in mourning as the rescued survivors and the bodies of the victims were brought directly into Cobh Harbor.
The legend goes, if you kiss the stone, the Blarney Stone, which is what I'm going to do, you will be given the gift of gab. Of course, Kimball would probably say that I talk enough already and that I don't need that. But in Ireland, it is one of the most famous sites and things to do here. So I'm gonna do it. Kimball's gonna watch and film, but I'm excited to check it out. Have to go up a huge thing of stairs to get there and to the very tippy top, way up there. So I'm excited to see the view from the top and to kiss the Blarney Stone. So it's really very pretty. The grounds are beautiful here. It's very imposing. So they say this was built in 1446, the first kind of iteration of it. Then of course it got attacked and parts of it got torn down, it got attacked again and they rebuilt it. So here we go. In the 1800s, around about, they really did a lot of restoration to kind of, in the 1900s, to see what we have today. There we go. Oh my gosh. And the reason, I guess, why they made the staircases so small in these tower houses is because if people came to attack it and they broke inside, it was harder for them to get up to the top. And I guess to probably where most of the family lived. Beautiful up here. So we're at the top here. Yeah. Pardon my breathing. Oh, almost. One more little thing of stairs. Oh, look, there's like a manor house over there. So we're almost to the Blarney Stone, and I am going to kiss it. Okay. Whoa, okay.
Bottom stone. Well done.
Woo! Thank you. Makes you a little bit dizzy. Thank you. It's really cool. I'm really glad that we did this. And down and down and down we go. Where it stops, nobody knows. Okay, so that's probably true. Ooh, I want to see the murder hole. Ooh, the murder hole. Let's see. Okay, this is the murder hole right here.
Test it out.
And it originally allowed the lobby area below to be covered by deadly fire in case the entrance was breached by enemies. You could throw it on them.
Stand there.
That was a good guess. So right below here is where what is called an oubliette used to be. So an oubliette is basically a big pit. This one was 15 meters deep, had a conical ceiling, and its only entrance was from above. So if your arrival was unwelcome, if you were an enemy or trying to invade, as you stepped on a certain paving stone that was along here, the guard could pull a lever on the wall, it would open up, and you would go down into the oubliette. And basically you'd disappear, maybe stay down there forever. I have two legends that I really like about the Blarney Stone. The first one is a fairy fell in love with a knight. The knight was killed in battle, and he laid on the ground and bled out on a certain stone. Well, the fairy found him and took that stone home with her. And it was blood-soaked and stained, but she would kiss that stone because she missed and loved that soldier so much. Of course, fairies being magical, her magical powers transferred onto that stone. Therefore, when you kiss the Blarney Stone, it brings you, of course, the gift of gab, or good luck. My second favorite one is about a witch. When they were building the castle, a witch was drowning in the lake, and one of the builders came and saved her. Now, she chose a stone within the castle and gave it special powers as well that would bring them good luck and persuasive speech. And so the witch, in return of the favor of saving her life from drowning, gave them a magic stone, basically. Those are two of my favorites. So we are here at the Midleton Distillery, which is in Midleton, Ireland, just a little bit outside of Cork. It's an absolutely beautiful, stunning day. We're about to do the Midleton Distillery experience, which includes the famous Jameson Irish whiskey. So this place is actually really important to the history of Irish whiskey because it was founded in 1825 by the Murphy family. And Irish whiskey became very popular, especially in the late 1800s, all over Ireland, the UK, as well as then into the United States. So it really, helped feed the economy of this area. However, in the early 1900s, there was prohibition in the United States. And because Irish whiskey, and we had a lot of Irish immigrants that were in America at the time, but because of prohibition, they weren't able to send the Irish whiskeys back to the United States. And because of that, the Irish whiskey companies really completely almost folded, except for Midleton. Midleton actually stayed in production, amazingly. And then in the 1960s, it still struggled, but in the 1960s, it combined with several other brands. This distillery did. Jameson's Powers, Redbreast, maybe another one or two, but because they were able to combine, it really kept this specific distillery alive, which is very interesting. It also is home to the world's largest copper kettle that they use in their production of making Irish whiskey, because the whiskeys that are made here are copper pot whiskeys. So that's a little bit of the history, and we'll find out more on the tour. So we are at the Towers of Ballysaggartmore. Now, these are just gate towers that were going to lead to a very grand estate. They were built in about the 1840s, and they were built by a gentleman named Arthur Kelly Ashmore. Now, his plan was to build a grand estate, and then that would rival all the estates here in Ireland. But he spent so much money on the towers and the lodges, gate lodges, which we'll go see as well, he ran out of money. Now, there is rumor that his wife had a lot to do maybe with the downfall. Like, she was jealous maybe of the brother and the estate that they had, and she wanted one just as big. So he spent all this money to get ready to build this grand estate, but ran out of money here at the towers and the lodges. They went into financial ruin and were never able to, although they did finish the mansion or the estate, it said it was never as grand as it was supposed to be and fell into disrepair quickly because they had no money to take care of it. But it's a beautiful little area out here, about 45 minutes north of Midleton, where we did the Jameson's whiskey tour. And it's just kind of eerie and romantic all at the same time. Just beautiful.
Another day in Ireland is in the books, and this journey just keeps getting better. This episode took us from historic castles and ancient ruins to some of Ireland's most iconic locations, each with its own story to tell. It's been incredible experiencing the history, culture, and character that makes this country so unique. Next time, we'll continue our journey with a visit to Torc Castle. Stop in at a traditional Irish pub, explore the legendary Rock of Cashel, and venture into the mysterious Leap Castle. We'll also make our way to Baltinglass Abbey as we uncover more of Ireland's fascinating past. If you're enjoying the series, be sure to like, subscribe, and come along for the next adventure. Thanks for exploring with us, and we'll see you in the next episode.